choked a homeless man to death. That homeless man had an allergic reaction to being homeless, to being brushed off, to being blown off, to being abused, to having the term mentally ill used to harm him and deny him his rights as a human being. And this Marine choked him to death. Daniel Penny. We're going to focus on Daniel Penny, though, not his victim. In this one, it's not about the victim. It's about Daniel Penny being victimized. Under a false narrative, again. A false flag. So we got BLM finally focusing on one death of a homeless black man and taking it seriously. Never mind the dozens of black homeless people who were killed. Many of them by black people from those BLM rallies. Sorry, not all of those dozens were black. Some of them were white people who came in support of BLM, who were killed in the aftermath by black people. And that's not racist at all. That's not being ungrateful at all. They're not doing enough to fight for your rights. You have to murder them. But the homeless ones only get a footnote. Kyle Ritter gets all sorts of attention, doesn't he? They'll say Daniel Penny's name. Daniel Penny, Daniel Penny, Daniel Penny. And nearly every one of these. They'll point out that he's a Marine. That gives him credibility. He should get leniency. He served our country. No, that homeless person served our country just by existing in America through this hell. But he's just a homeless person. We're going to push that, and here's why. It doesn't say a homeless black man, it just says a homeless man. But in the article, it finally states that people are wanting to call this guy racist because it was a black homeless person that he killed. Statistically, it's more likely that he killed that homeless person because that homeless person was homeless. Like, per capita? Yeah, there's about a 346 to 1 chance that he was killed for being homeless, as opposed to because of the color of his skin. That's insane. It is insane that so blatantly this black man was homeless, was blatantly homeless. People were aware he was homeless. He was killed by not one, but 3 people. Your idea of defusing a situation is to choke somebody to fucking death, huh? To talk over them, to yell at them, to berate them, to beat them down. They don't deserve to be heard because they're homeless. They don't deserve to be helped because they're homeless. If they have a mental breakdown from abuse and neglect, they deserve to be choked to death. The American public has stated this and shown this loud and clear. They deserve to be beaten to death like Thomas Kelly. That is what the American people have stated loud and clear. You also get to see how the victim's words, when you're homeless, your words aren't heard. Your predators are allowed to, well, they have access to any and all resources, don't they? And police have access to any and all resources. Rather than help the actual victim, the homeless man, you help their predators. who make excuses for their predators. Oh, he's not a homeless black man. He's not a homeless entertainer. He's just homeless. No-name homeless man killed by Marine. Now there's the insinuations there that show the bias of the writer. Or at least their understanding of the bias of the American public in trying to pull people in. Now this Marine is being accused of being a racist. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But the chances that that man were killed because of the color of his skin are not that significant. The chances that he was killed because he was homeless and assumed to be mentally ill, that makes him the easiest person to kill. The police know this. You know this. When you have a sibling or a kid who's got issues, that's what you want to say. We're supposed to use sensitivity words. No, don't be fucking sensitive. That gives people too many inferences of their own. The racism is coming from BLM. That's not to say that places like Tillamook, Oregon, or Chapel, Nebraska shouldn't be wiped off the face of the map because of their racism in support of it. And then all these black folks who wanted to tell me that I should shut up about my victimization because I'm white and I'm taken away from the black cause. I'm homeless, so I'm more likely to be killed than you, dumbass. I have a 1 in 1,000 chance every single year of being killed by a police officer. Well, 1 in 960 just because I'm a homeless male. There's also the fact that 51% of those killed by police last year were mentally ill. They get to use that tag as an excuse. We must have deserved it. When you say homeless to most of the American public, you know what that means? Druggie, junkie, child molester, rapist, mentally ill. They must be out there because they're mentally ill. Saying homeless refers a lot of things to the American public. Victim is not one of them. The most victimized people in the country are told that it's their fault, they wanted it, needed it, chose it, and deserved it. My predators have houses and families and friends that are well invested and have the time and have the space and have the roof and have the money. They can go through all my videos and pick and pull whatever little bits and pieces that they want. Try to get others to draw conclusions that is improper and incorrect. A lot of these people who hate me, if they hadn't been lied to, wouldn't hate me. You don't stop to consider how this affects people. How much worse it is when that person has no protections, has no way to defend themselves from this. How do I defend myself from police violence, from police corruption, from court corruptions, from, well, as you guys can see, Medicare and Medicaid fraud. Nationwide, these people are defrauding the American people. I will not shut up. You'll have to put me in the ground. God damn it.